Yo, what's going on, y'all? Oh, shit. Can you mute the damn TV?
No.
This is Marcus Rosa, a.k.a. Mazuma TV, back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive night. We got some things that we currently need to discuss that's going on in the boxing world. We're going to talk about this fight, this exhibition that seems to be official going on between Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson. We're going to talk about Jake Paul and Tank Davis's exhibition not being approved by the Georgia State Athletic Commission yet. You see what I'm saying? Then, of course, we're going to get into some open boxing topics, man. It seems like because boxing is so slow at this point in time, we're just going to be talking about these headlines and, you know what I mean? We're going to continue cooking up on what's going on in the boxing world. Unless we just find a better topic. Yeah, I mean, we definitely going to discuss this. Shout out to everybody that's in the building thus far. Y'all go ahead and hit them likes, man. Hit them likes as soon as y'all come in. We on the road to 4K. We well into the 3,100 mark. About to hit that 3,200 mark in due time. Shout out to the nation and the mob for making this possible. All right, y'all. So the reason why I came on a little later than usual is because, we watching the Philadelphia Eagles game, and we playing against our rivals, the Dallas Cowboys, and I was under the assumption that by the time I went live, that a majority of the game would be done, but there is a weather delay. The rain is really going crazy in Philly right now. Lightning as well. You even hearing a little bit of thunder. So I don't know exactly how long this is going to hold up the game for, but hopefully this doesn't, fall to our detriment, the delay and, not staying warm and things like that. You feel what I mean? But the Eagles are in the lead right now, 24-20 in the third quarter. So it's a good job. Good job so far. Good competitive game, too. The Cowboys is really pushing the Eagles, and they both having a lot of moments. You feel what I mean? So, that's not boxing, though. We definitely going to get into the boxing talk. Shout out to the boy Lorenzo in the building. What up? King of Brooklyn 3, what up? I don't know if these notifications got sent out, but man, if y'all can go ahead and hit the like button, that'd be very much appreciated. You see what I'm saying? That'd be very much appreciated. Let me go ahead and make sure everything is correct. Out of power in the building. He said, only watching because you want the Cowboys to lose. Shout out to Out of Power. He said, real quick, I just saw some highlights of this dude, John Orobio. Got to watch more, but he looks pretty solid. I never heard of the brother, so I definitely got to check in on him and see who he is. You know what I mean? If you think that he a big deal, I'm going to keep him on my radar. Shout out to the boy King of Brooklyn for the information. He at 140? Oh, okay. That's what's up. Yeah, man, Philly been kind of crazy today. I'm seeing car accidents in front of my crib and fucking weather all back and forth. It was warm earlier. It was feeling real good. Then it get real cloudy. And then the weather app on the iPhone don't never tell you the fucking accurate weather neither, bro. It never warns you of rain and none of that. I feel like it was like, oh, it's sunny all day and then it's pouring rain. Like, how the fuck was I supposed to know to get my umbrella or anything like that? Coffee Playing, what up? Coffee Playing in the building, man. Yo, Coffee, was you tuned into the live last night? I feel like you was on for a little bit, then you dipped off, man. We had Rachel Donaire in the building. Shout out to Rachel Donaire. You know what I mean? She just came through. Me and her, I think we spoke like one time on like Claymore Reigns live a long time ago. And I don't know if at that time she had chose to subscribe or whatever the situation was, but she came through. She chopped it up with us. She showed genuine love, man. It was dope. It was dope. Like she blended right in with the chat. My father came on as well. Some great conversations. The crazy ass mastermind was in the building. Islam as well. It was a good conversation. Good conversation. Good boxing talk. So if y'all ain't see that live yesterday, man, go check it out. Justin Jackson, what up? He said the Eagles versus Cowboys got delayed. Shaking my head. Philly sucks. Bro, that could have happened anywhere, bro. You act like thunderstorms only happen in Philly. Like, what the fuck? God damn. But nah, it's there for you to watch, Coffee. Don't even trip. 15-0, 13 KOs from Colombia. Well, I'm not going to judge the guy because he's Colombian or anything like that, but they boxing scene is like Colombia is known for like having like some of the biggest fucking like Uber drivers in the boxing game. Like the way that they be inflating their records up there in Colombia is different. But I'm not going to judge him. I don't know his record, so I'm not going to make that assumption. You feel me? But a lot of the fights that go on in Colombia be terrible, terrible matchmaking. She said she was sub from a while back. Oh, I didn't know that she said that. I didn't hear that. But yeah, man. Look, yo, I already got the wheels in motion because that Nonito Donaire interview is on the way, and this will be one of the best interviews that Mazuma TV is having to date. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's gonna be one of the best interviews that we do to date, and we already got some solid interviews, man. We already got some solid interviews. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that Nonito Donaire interview is on the way. It said, "How's Hurts playing?" Well, I seen him get sacked once. You know what I mean? His O line pretty much failed him in that situation. But besides that, he's been rushing for some yards. He got some good passes off. He's performing pretty solid. But you know, Dak Prescott doing this thing too. It's a good competitive game. 2 touchdowns in the first. Yeah, they was going. And you know, the Cowboys was staying within like, you know, the Eagles numbers by getting a couple field goals off. Jake Elliott just did like a 50-yard field goal, which was pretty cool too. You know what I mean? But yo, man, the boxing world just got hit with some random shit, bro. The most random boxing news. It's like, bro, what the fuck era are we in right now, bro? Like, seriously, like, what the fuck is going on in the sport of boxing that we keep getting every fight except for what the fuck we asking for? We asking for Gervonta Shakur. We asking for fucking Devin Haney Teofimo, Shakur Teofimo, Keyshawn Teofimo, Keyshawn Shakur. We asking for all of these big fights. We asking for all these big fights. But you know what we get instead, y'all? You know what the boxing world gives us? And this is the biggest reason why I say boxing fans are some of the most disrespected fans in boxing, like in sports history. You see what I'm saying? So I walk out the gym and I read it. I'm like, bullshit media outlet. Ain't no way. Then I see it coming from here. Then I'm seeing it come from here. Then I seen Ring Magazine posted, and I couldn't believe my eyes. I was like, bro, there's no way that this is really going on. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, y'all read the title. So let's go into the post. Ring Magazine comes out and says, announced, Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather will meet in an exhibition in 2026. The date and location have yet to be confirmed. Y'all read that right. 2 legends, 2 icons in the sport of boxing, 2 huge pay-per-view draws in totally different weight classes. One, you know, at the height of his powers was a welterweight. Other one, a legendary heavyweight boxer, going to be going up against each other in an exhibition in 2026, man. Let's go ahead and read the full story on Ring Magazine, man. Shout out to the Ring staff for putting this together. It says 2 weeks after an improbable November 14th exhibition between Gervonta Davis and Jake Paul was announced, an even wilder matchup was set up for the spring of next year. Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather, all-time greats separated by a decade in age, will do battle in an exhibition that has been described as one of the most significant and compelling boxing events in history. TMZ Sports was the first to report the news, adding the pair has already signed fight contracts, although no date or location has been announced. The fight is something neither the world nor I ever thought would or could happen, Tyson told TMZ. However, boxing has entered a new era of the unpredictable. I know that's fucking right, Mike. At least you said something that made sense. This fight is as unpredictable as it gets. I still can't believe Floyd wants to really do this. It's going to be detrimental to his health, but he wants to do it, so it's signed and it's happening. Mike already popping his shit. And historically, Mike Tyson has really showed to not like Floyd Mayweather. I think that just like Roy Jones had a problem with Floyd Mayweather's comments towards Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson did as well. He had an infamous, he had an interview that had went viral, and he pretty much said that Floyd is a scared man. You know what I mean? He doesn't ever go outside without security, and he said being great isn't being guarded by the people. Being great is being accepted by the people. You know what I mean? So he said he was a scared little man and all that. So Tyson never really fucked with Floyd, you know what I mean, for a good amount of time, to be honest with you. So the fact that he's saying this is going to be detrimental to his health, that already lets me know that Mike Tyson is taking this super personal. Super personal. It said, let me see. Former two-time heavyweight world champion Tyson retired from professional boxing in 2005. The same month, Mayweather had just secured a world title fight in his third weight class by stopping Arturo Gatti for the WBC 140-pound crown. There are no details about a contracted weight. There is more than a 60-pound discrepancy between them. Tyson weighed 228 and a half pounds against Paul, while Mayweather tipped the scales at 160 for his most recent bout outing against John Gotti III in August of this year. None of that appears to bother the 48-year-old, who was quoted as saying, "I've been doing this for 30 years, and there hasn't been a single fighter that can tarnish my legacy." Well, Mike, that's a pretty contradictory statement, or at least this is an ironic statement from you for the most part, because you pretty much said that legacy doesn't mean anything. I remember you said that when people was talking about, yo, would you losing to Jake Paul like tarnish your legacy or whatever? You said, man, like, what is legacy? Like pretty much that he doesn't subscribe to the whole idea of a legacy. Like that's not something that he really cares for. So I find that pretty ironic that you said that in the lead up to the Jake Paul fight. Then you said there hasn't been a single fighter that can tarnish your legacy. Well, if legacy is something that you believe is a myth or whatever the case is, then why would you be concerned about a single fighter possibly tarnishing it if it doesn't mean anything to you? You know what I mean? So that's what I would have asked Mike, not to be like a contrarian or a dickhead or nothing like that, but that would have been a genuine question of mine. Did you have a change in heart on how the way you feel about legacy? Interesting. He said, you already know if I'm going to do something, it's going to be big and legendary. I'm the best in the business of boxing. This exhibition will give the fans what they want. This is what the fans want, Mike. I'm sorry, I disagree with you. This exhibition will give the fans what they want. The fans don't want to see this, brother. You know what the fans want to see? Both of y'all to retire and stay the fuck out of the ring. That's what we want to see. We want to see you give game to the young up-and-coming guys, help train guys, give guys pointers, be a part of these big events. You know what I mean? Like, we want to see you do that. We want to see you give back to the sport. We don't want to see you guys hit each other. Like, nobody want to see Floyd Mayweather jab Mike Tyson. Like, that's a crazy concept. This is like we in a simulation right now. It's like I don't know if you ever had that game back in the days, back when we had the GameCube. It was called Knockout Kings, where you could literally have a heavyweight fight a lightweight. You could have a light heavyweight fight a bantamweight. Like this is what my mind goes to, because I remember I used to play as Tito Trinidad on Knockout Kings 2003 or whatever, or I'll be Muhammad Ali and I'll fight Floyd Mayweather. Like, I used to do shit like that. You see what I'm saying? It seems like this type of shit is now coming to life. Every fight that we could have thought that we would never see, we could see now thanks to these exhibitions, because people are noticing now that there's a shit ton of money to make in exhibitions because they're entertaining, you know what I mean? And it doesn't count towards your record. Mike Tyson made the mistake of letting that fight with Jake Paul count towards his record, to be honest with you. And I think that kind of tarnishes legacy in a sense, because you pretty much got paid to add another loss to your record. You know what I mean? Jake Paul pretty much paid you to get a win over you in the history books. You see what I mean? The people gonna know that you're older and you're not in your prime and stuff like that. But the fact that we have to go around and say that Jake Paul beat you by unanimous decision is absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. And it's getting to the point now where exhibitions are getting so watered down. We got fighters at their peak because exhibitions used to actually be for like guys who, are older and are no longer competing. Exhibitions are so watered down now. We got fighters at the peak of their powers, putting a hold on their active professional career to go ahead and take part in an exhibition. Why? Why? Absolutely insane, bro. I'd have never thought that I would have said this. And bro, like I said, when I've read the first thing that came across my Twitter timeline, I'm like, well, that's cap. That's just some random shit people just trying to say to get people outraged. That's cap. We don't believe that shit. Come to find out, it's very true because Mike Tyson has now posted it on his verified social media account on Instagram. Floyd Mayweather did the same thing. Floyd Mayweather has said something about having no fear in his heart or whatever the case is. Mike Tyson posted it up. This shit is absolutely horrific, man. Absolutely horrific. Like when I see shit like this, it's like, now I wouldn't mind if like two legends who, are up there in age, they doing like a charity boxing event for a good cause, or even if they getting paid for it or whatever, as long as it's like a desirable fight, then fuck it, it is what it is. Because I think like Chavez Sr. still does exhibitions to this day. He like, who he boxed, like Jorge Arce or some stuff like that. Like he did a few things, but it was actually like for charity in Mexico. Like it was actually for like a good cause. You know what I mean? Now stuff like that, that's cool. You know what I mean? I don't mind it. But it's like, bro, now y'all using these exhibition opportunities to get money. This type shit makes me think that motherfuckers need money, man. Thierry Scott, shout out to Thierry Scott. He says boxing is a damn circus now. That's pretty much what it is, bro. And when I hear people say that boxing is a new WWE, I try to defend boxing because I love the sport so much, but how the fuck can I defend it when shit like this is going on? How the fuck can I defend boxing when shit like this is going on? Y'all might as well have bring back Evander Holyfield, the fucking box Manny Pacquiao. Y'all might as well do that shit too. Put Evander Holyfield or Lennox Lewis and Manny Pacquiao on the undercard. Y'all go ahead, just go for it. Just fucking go for it, bro. Like, what the fuck is we even doing? Terrence Smith in the building. He says, why not put a bag in AB pocket and fight him? That would be a big fight. I guess you're referring to Floyd Mayweather. Well, I see that Adrian Broner's doing the same thing. He's about to do like he's about to do an exhibition, I guess, or whatever they call it. That Misfits boxing, I don't know what it is, or Aiden Ross's boxing league. He's about to fight that kid, very scam likely, or some bullshit like that. That actual, like, an experienced boxer that be punching on helpless people. That dude, I hope Broner beat the dog shit out of him. I ain't gonna lie to you, but it seemed like AB's already on that boat. But I don't know if Floyd wants to give Broner that opportunity, because I know for a fact, especially with people that I spoke to, that Floyd don't like AB. He never liked AB. Floyd used to keep him around just for promotional purposes, and just because Broner was like a notable name, he kept him close because he was getting attention off of him. He was getting, you know what I mean? He was getting attention. Floyd loved that attention, yo. AB fighting a streamer. That's what I heard. He fighting a streamer. Yeah, scam being there with guys that don't belong in it. That's exactly why I want to punch on him. I would love to punch on him, bro. I would fuck him up. Swear to God. I don't like that shit, bro. Like, you clearly got boxing experience and you going out your way to punch on dudes who probably probably only ever been in a boxing gym to train for the fight, like you a sucker ass nigga for moving how the way you moving, cuz I ain't gonna lie to you. Terrence Smith following up with his comment. He says their history alone would sell the fight, and that's not speaking about the trash talking. I agree. Like if you're gonna be doing these exhibitions, at least put some Johns on that would be that we will find to be interesting. Like Mega said that you ducked Amir Khan. Go ahead, Floyd, do an exhibition with Amir Khan. Fuck it. It's not gonna count towards the record book. So if he 1-2 you to death, you know what I mean? It ain't gonna count towards your legacy. It's okay, brother. AB, why not? That'll be entertaining. AB wash too. Go fight other wash niggas, man. Why is you fight like why is we doing Floyd versus Tyson? How does that make sense? But I guess how the way boxing's looking now, it don't even have to make sense in terms of it being like a desirable fight. As long as they feel like they could make some money off of it, they gonna do it. Them niggas could put a Timberland boot versus an ACG boot in the ring. If they felt like that shit could be profitable, they gonna do that. They gonna do that. You know what I mean? So it's just crazy. It's crazy what boxing is coming to at this point, man. You know what I mean? Everybody was coming around talking about how Turkey Al-Sheikh is, the savior of boxing, and he's gonna make all these big fights happen because he's pumping so much money into the sport. Whole time, that ain't the case. He got these motherfuckers. In a position where they gotta take exhibitions so they could justify not working with Turkey, because Turkey gonna make these niggas fight elite guys. Turkey gonna make these niggas fight elite guys. They don't want to do none of that. They rather just do a Jake Paul exhibition and call it a career. Pele versus Rockaware. Yeah, they might as well. G Unit versus State Property. Go ahead, make it happen. Gonna make some money, man. So the only thing I respect about it is that it's bringing eyes to the sport now. On the other end, you got to ask yourself how many of those eyes would double back and get more invested in other fighters. Bro, it is bringing eyes to the sport, right? And there may be a likelihood that some of those eyes may stick around and eventually and there's a probability they might end up becoming hardcore boxing fans one day. That's a possible scenario in this situation. But you know what also may happen? People that are watching these exhibitions, they're gonna think that this is all what boxing is about. This is gonna be a lot of these new people that's gonna be tuned into the sport. They're gonna think first impression, this is what boxing is. Bullshit fights like this. That is strictly just entertainment. No legacy involved. No best fighting the best. No. They're going to look at boxing as the new WWE. You know what I'm saying? So it really makes our sport look bad because, us as boxing fans, we've seen plenty of fights where the best fought the best. We've seen great showcases of talent. We've seen some of the best fighters in the world perform. You know what I mean? Like, we know what the sport is. But for the people that are actually rookies, extreme casuals, you know what I'm saying? Is that Michael Jordan? You think of Michael Jordan at the Eagles game? Ha! That nigga Michael Jordan in Philly right now. Let's fucking go. Sorry about that. Anyways, this is going to be people's first impression of boxing, and they're going to think that this is what boxing is. You know what I mean? A fucking circus. A fucking like WWE, bro. This is how they gonna look at it. Shit that's just strictly for entertainment purposes. You know what I mean? Just shit that is completely unpredictable. And, that might actually turn some people off. Oh man, like boxing seems all right, but every time I hear about it, it's just old people fighting each other or old legends fighting. What about the other guys? No, I don't watch football, but I seen so many people, Justin. I seen so many people so hyped to see the game, and then I actually had found out. I was wondering why everybody was wearing like Eagles gear. Like, why everybody wearing Eagles gear? I didn't even know the season started, bro. So I really don't watch football. But then I heard people talking about it, and they was like, "Yo, they playing the Cowboys today. It's gonna be crazy traffic on the 95, blah blah blah." I'm like, "What?" Didn't even know they was gonna play the Cowboys. So I was like, you know what? Let me tune in because I love seeing the Cowboys get cooked. You feel me? Because I don't really watch football, but when I do, it's to watch the Cowboys lose, man. The game was fire until the rain. Hopefully they able to keep the momentum in. You know what I mean? They said the game not gonna start back up till 11:30, so that's a whole 20 minutes. That's a long time to be waiting around. Hopefully they staying warm. They doing something. Um, Terrence Smith said that's a good point, but most of them don't know what they're looking at, and OT might really be entertaining. And OD might be really entertaining to them, and then they come back and watch real fights and be impressed and become a real fan. I mean, that's very possible, Terrence. But what I'm saying is, what I had put out here is also a likelihood. You know what I'm saying? So of course it got its pros. It has potential to have some pros in the situation, but it also has potential to, bring some cons to the situation. You know what I mean? Because if you giving these casual boxing fans these types of fights over and over and over again, that's probably all they're going to anticipate moving forward. What's the next crazy fight we're going to see? Well, when's Floyd going to do another exhibition? I don't really care to watch, but man, I just want to see if Floyd's doing an exhibition again. Man, is Mike Tyson coming? When's Mike Tyson coming back again? Like, that's what their eyes is going to be set on. You know what I mean? It's really rare if somebody, takes time out of their day to really invest into like the essence of boxing when all they ever been shown is bullshit. So we're gonna start back up at 11:30. I know. The weather did stop raining though, but the lightning probably still around, so they not trying to take no chances. Vic the Champ. Vic the Champ said Turkey silently bought the little U.S. boxing scene that was left. To me, it's not even our sport anymore. It's Turkey sport now, not the fans. I see how you could view it in that way, but we still have promotional companies out here that's doing a thing without Turkey Al Sheikh's assistance. You know what I mean? Like, we still got Top Rank. You know what I mean? They may collab with Turkey, but they do their own thing as well, especially once they get a network deal set in place. PBC still out here, making their moves. They just made Fundora Thurman that doesn't have, and Oshaki Foster and Stephen Fulton that doesn't have Turkey Al Sheikh's assistance. We still got Matchroom. Boost is about to fight Luis Malima, at the Wells Fargo. October 11th, that's without Turkey Al Sheikh's assistance. There is definitely some boxing around, but I see why you're saying pretty much Turkey bought the small little scene of U.S. boxing, because it seems like a lot of the big fights that could be made in the U.S. is either being taken to Riyadh or is a Riyadh season event in the U.S. You know what I'm saying? But I do think that Turkey Al Sheikh, he definitely doing whatever he can to try to monopolize boxing. That's one thing I do know. Further details on Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather exhibition will be revealed soon. I guess they're trying to determine, and this is how you know it's a shitty fight, because they don't even have a weight determined yet. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what the fuck? Like, that should let you know alone that this fight shouldn't be going on. The fact that people had to sit here and negotiate what the weight may be is absolutely insane. That just goes to show you that they have no business being in the ring together. If it's a struggle to understand what, weight range the fight's supposed to take place in, it's probably because there's too much of a difference in weight. And if it's too much of a difference in weight, why don't we do what we usually do in the sport of boxing and just respect weight classes, bro? Why Mike Tyson just don't do an exhibition with Holyfield? Why not? That might do some numbers. They got history. They fought each other a multitude of times. Why Mike Tyson just don't fight Holyfield? They could make some money together. Why Floyd just don't do an exhibition with I seen Ricky Hatton talking about he coming back. Go do one with Ricky Hatton. Like there's options for both of y'all. If y'all that hell bent on being a part of these events, do it with somebody who might actually imagine a Tim Bradley and Floyd Mayweather exhibition. I would love to see that. Why not? Tim Bradley done been retired since forever. You know what I mean? Floyd Mayweather is up there in age. It's going to take some time for Tim Bradley to get back in shape and come back. Floyd, same situation. What's the problem? They laughing at fans all the way to the bank. Yeah, man, and as boxing fans, we got to decide whether we, are against this or not. And if we are against it, then we need to start giving these people our money. You know what I mean? Like we can't be talking shit and then at the end of the day we cut them a check to watch the fight. Absolutely not. Bradley gonna croak in the ring. Damn. Tim Bradley was a phenomenal athlete, man. It was always in crazy shape. Age 86 said this fight caught me off guard. Shit, you? That shit caught everybody off guard, brother. Like I said, when I seen the first headline about it, I was like, niggas trolling. And plus, like the page that reported it wasn't really a credible page. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. Then I seen it pop up on like Bleacher Report. Then I seen it pop up on ESPN Ringside. I'm like, yo, all right, what the fuck is going on? Then shortly after that, then shortly after that, Mike Tyson posted personally himself. Floyd Mayweather personally posted himself. So I'm like, oh shit, this is real. This is really real. Like, what the hell? This is what we doing now. And it's like, bro, I try my best to not be surprised, but it's like boxing is stooping lower and lower. And it's like, bro, how much lower can this shit go? What y'all gonna do next? Y'all gonna have Freddie Roach do an exhibition too? Like, how much lower y'all niggas is gonna get, bro? Like, really? Y'all niggas gonna do Freddie Roach and Floyd Sr. next on the undercard? Like, how? Like, what is enough, dog? Seriously. Mike Tyson versus Floyd Mayweather. Do niggas need money that bad? That's the first thing that popped up in my head. And like I said, I don't really like to talk about niggas' financial situations and all that. But it's like, bro, is it? Nigga, like, is the rent due? This nigga said Mazuma versus Checo. My young boy already packed Checo up, Justin. My young boy, Mir the Midget, already packed Checo. One round, too. Slept him in one round. Sugar Ray Leonard is making his comeback. Yeah, he about to go fight Tommy. He about to go fight Tommy Hearns. Like, this really how this shit looking now. Insane. Maybe Floyd's investments are failing. I don't know, bro. But it's just like, I remember Floyd towards the end of his career saying how he not going to miss boxing and, he doesn't need to come back to boxing because of so many smart investments he made. But every time we see him, he in the ring. This nigga be more active than, like fighters today. This nigga do more exhibitions in a year than fighters do real fights in a year. But let him tell it. He he make money in his sleep. Oh, he do this, he do that. And to justify him, partaking in shit that, he ain't got no business doing, he says, oh, does Bill Gates ever stop making money? And he make them points. It's like, bro, Bill Gates don't get in the ring and get his fucking head punched in for a check. You don't do that. Like, I hear what you're saying, but you are in a very dangerous sport. And the fact that you're basically pushing your 50s and attempting to, and you still attempting to get in there and possibly put yourself in harm's way so you get a couple more dollars in your pocket, bro. It's like, come on, bro. Marky Dan, what up? He be sparring all kinds of influencers and celebrities. Yeah, I seen Floyd. I seen a nigga spar Blueface. It's like, what? It's easy money as WWE out here. Shit, I get it. I see why Floyd want to do it though. Floyd seen how the way Mike looked against Jake Paul, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I whoop Mike ass." It's probably how the way he looking at it. And Mike like, man, fuck it, like I need some money. I swear, bro, it gotta be like Mike must need money, bro. I seen he had his own strains, and he had like a very popular podcast, the Hot Boxing with Mike, and and I'm sure he gets called to do events all the time. It's like, bro, why can't you just leave this shit alone? All right, what time is it? I ain't gonna lie, y'all. This might be a short live, man, because I'm feeling really tired. Yeah, I mean, Terrence Smith says, I highly doubt he needs it, but he obviously wants it. I don't know, man. Floyd just be moving so weird. And, 50 Cent been saying for a minute that, and obviously he pocket watching, like he been saying that Floyd ain't as rich as he says he is. He been saying that shit for years. And I'll be like, nah, 50 hating, bro. Like Floyd got a bag. That Floyd do some shit that let me feel like he need money. They talking about IRS problems. I never heard him deny it. He just like, oh, that's just people's opinion. Is it an opinion or is it a fact that you owe the IRS money? Oh, people are always entitled to their. Okay, Floyd. Bro really ducked Roy Jones. That's what I was confused about too, because I'm like, if Floyd gonna do an exhibition with any legend, he just need to go ahead and do it with Roy, because he just disrespected Roy by playing videos on his screen of Roy Jones getting knocked out and stuff like that. And Roy Jones was disrespecting Floyd, saying that he ain't really beat fighters at their peaks and shit like that, discrediting his resume, his accolades. So clearly they don't both like each other. You know what I mean? So if that's the case and they don't, fuck with each other all like that, then they why not y'all box each other? I think even Roy said he'll fight him. So I don't know. The fact that we on live talking about this when we got so many great fighters in the world of boxing right now, it's insane. Absolutely insane. Roy don't like Floyd because of Ali. Yeah, I think Mike Tyson had the same problem because Floyd, he the type motherfucker that he get jealous when he see other people get love in boxing, especially if he feel like they getting more love than him, because he put so much into the sport that he think everybody's supposed to kiss his ass based off his accomplishments. Whole time, I guess he came to realize that just because you retired undefeated don't make you like the people's champ. That don't mean that everybody gonna love you. So when he see fighters get major love, it really bothers him. It really, really bothers him. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Winston, I remember Mike had said that about Floyd. Mike Tyson said, I break my TV every time he fights. Oh, I didn't know he said that, but it sounded like some shit Mike could say. He's a scared little man. He can't walk his kids to school. Yeah. Like I said earlier, he was like, being great isn't being guarded by the people. Being great is being accepted by the people. Or some shit like that. Pretty much saying that Floyd not who he think he is. Yeah, Floyd's like a really big hater. So he never, people will be like, "Oh, who the greatest all time?" Muhammad Ali. That shit made Floyd's skin crawl because he wants you to just glaze him. He don't want you to glaze nobody else. He wants you to just deride him. He don't want you to deride nobody else. He want all the attention. He want all the recognition. He don't want to share that shit with nobody. And as a competitor, I can understand. But yeah, I mean, them motherfuckers paved the way for you to be in the position that you in. You know what I mean? And Muhammad Ali, he one of the biggest icons in the world, point blank, with or without boxing. In the boxing world and outside the boxing world. He's one of the biggest icons that ever came across, especially in the 70s. You feel what I'm saying? Um, Ali actually stood for something. He did great things in the ring. He was a once in a lifetime type of individual that you come across. Stand up dude, very intelligent, well spoken, funny, very skilled. You know what I mean? You don't really come across people like Muhammad Ali, man. King of Brooklyn, he says, "Yo, Carmel debut. Floyd did a whole speech about himself." Yeah, I know. You know what fucked me up about Floyd? He was like, because mind you, it'll be a Mayweather promotion. Like this will be ran by Mayweather Promotions. The event is being showcased by Mayweather Promotions, and like there be days where like he'll go to the press conference and he wouldn't want to say anything. Then they'll tell him, "Oh yeah, go ahead, Floyd, say a word. Go speak to the crowd. Go speak to the media." He'd be like, "Man, I don't know if I'm really supposed to be doing this." Floyd, you're the promoter. Talk to the fucking media, man. He was trying to make it seem like he don't want to steal nobody's shine, but as soon as somebody give him the green light, oh yeah, he gonna talk about himself, how many champions he beat, how many weight classes he won world titles in, who beat more world champions than me, blah 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 blah. Floyd is the ultimate hypocrite. This motherfucker was over here telling, the new era, the new fighters that's coming up in the boxing world, belts collect dust. My kids can't eat off a legacy. Since when, Floyd? Since when couldn't they? A lot of the time, I'm willing to bet that Floyd's kids, the reason why they get treated well and they been given opportunity in their life is because they are Mayweather. And you mean to tell me that your kids can't eat off of your legacy? Of course they can. Of course they can. You just don't want to tell you just don't want to tell these new up and coming fighters that, because as a result of you saying that, that'll have them chase legacy fights and one of them may surpass you. And that's the last thing that you want, brother. The last thing Floyd want is a nigga to do better than him. Let's be clear. He said, Terrence says he has too much influence in the sport to say some shit like that publicly. I agree. I definitely think that he moves irresponsibly. And Floyd is like the ultimate snake because, like a master manipulator, because he'll have these young guys feel like he has their best interest and that he really supports them. Whole time, he just putting certain things in place so that when it's time for you to surpass him, he's steering you onto the road of like failure. He putting little things in place. He's saying little shit to you to purposely manipulate you to do some shit that's against legacy or doing some type of record breaking numbers. because he wants to preserve his history. He don't want you to break his records. He wants to preserve his history because that's what makes him feel good. That's what makes him feel like he the man. You know, Floyd still to this day says that he's the biggest name in the sport of, you know, he's the biggest name in boxing and all this shit. Like, Floyd, stop it, man. Let these young niggas shine, man. Don't nobody talk about Floyd no more. The only reason why we talking about you is because you doing a bullshit exhibition with Mike Tyson, who you have no business being in the ring with. I would have never thought there'd be a time in boxing history where Floyd would take Jake Paul's leftovers. Low key obsessed with them Paul brothers, ain't you, Floyd? You went and you fought Logan Paul, and you know what I mean? Jake Paul said, "Got your hat." When your hairline wasn't even healed yet, and you was bald at the top of your head after your hairline surgery, you got mad. You and your team whooped on Jake Paul for a little bit, gave him a black eye. Then, you know, just for you to did he just spit on him? Did that boy Carter just spit on that cowboy? That, you know, I don't fuck with the Cowboys, but that is very disrespectful. I know I'm not tripping. I just saw that. That Eagle spit on that cowboy. Wow. Wow. See, that cowboy had he demonstrated some great composure and great patience because, see, I would have forgot where I was. So the Eagles and the Cowboys is back in action. What time is it? 11:30 on the dot. They got it popping. 1st and 10. It is the Eagles' ball. Man, hopefully that long rest didn't fuck with their momentum, man. Because momentum is big in sports, especially team sports. Would have been better Pack or De La Hoya. Bro, I wouldn't have minded seeing Floyd and De La Hoya do an exhibition. I remember De La Hoya was talking about he was supposed to do like an exhibition with like Vitor Belfort. You know what I mean? Floyd Mayweather out here doing exhibition. I would love to see Floyd and De La Hoya do an exhibition. Why not? They gonna dig up and clone Joe Louis. They gonna dig up and clone Joe Louis and make him fight Tank. That's fucking wild, Terrence. Nigga said they gonna clone Joe Louis. Nah, Tank already caught up, bro. Tank already caught up. He got a fight date already. You feel me? Yeah, that is ultimate disrespect. I can never understand that. Like if somebody spit like hits me on purpose, bro. Yeah, that was a bad run from the Eagles. 4-0. Man. He's staying on the field? Ain't no way. He almost made it to the 1st-yard line. Yeah, they got kicked that. That's too close. Crazy. I would rather see Floyd and Sugar Ray Leonard in an exhibition. See, that's too much of an age gap for me too. You know what I mean? But I get it. I would rather see like Ray Leonard fight like somebody that was in his era. Tommy Hearns, he don't look like he doing too good right now, to be honest with you. A lot of the people from Ray Leonard's era is no longer either alive or doing too well. Like Wilfred Benitez, he's not doing well. Tommy, he's not really doing well. Marvin Hagler is no longer with us. I don't know. I don't know if Sugar Ray Leonard has, many people. I mean, he can fight Duran, but I heard Duran not doing. He's not like in the best standing health wise either. I mean, that's just what I heard. Duran's not. He's not too well from a health standpoint. Shit. I don't know if Ray Leonard too big for Chavez Sr., but they could do that. Chavez Sr., he be rum. Bro, them Jones be lit too. Them Jones be lit, bro. Them exhibitions that Chavez Sr. be doing, it be lit. He be having a shit ton of people in the building. I mean, I think Mikey Garcia did an exhibition. It wasn't that publicized. I don't know if it was Eric Morales or Barrera. It was one of them dudes that Mikey did an exhibition with. It was pretty dope. Smoochie, what up? We really sitting here thinking about exhibitions. Yeah, because this is what's currently relevant in boxing right now, whether we like it or not. Look at what's going on, man. We got 2 exhibitions made back to back. Back to back, bro. 2 weeks ago, Jake and Tank. Now we talking about Floyd and Mike Tyson. This shit is becoming more relevant than actual fights in the sport of boxing right now. These fights are being made easier than the best fight and the best in boxing right now. So yeah, we thinking about it. Because it's like, all right, if we had to settle for a fucking exhibition, at least let it be 2 people that, come from the same era and are in the same fucking weight class. Did one of y'all see the Iglesias fight? No, I did not, but I heard he had knocked out Shishkin in like, I forgot what round it was, but I heard he had knocked out Shishkin. So congratulations to him for the victory. Yeah, I mean, I was going to go up Bethlehem for some fights this weekend, but I got my son, so I'm not going to do it. Ali versus Fury in a hologram fight. I ain't never heard that shit. So they just put holograms of like somebody boxing or whatever. And Andres Kiani. I don't know if I said your name right, brother. Andres Kiani says exhibitions erode legacies. I don't want to see it. Hey man. Unfortunately, even if I were to agree with you, brother, that's not stopping them from doing it. Smoochie being messy talking about where Rakishi. Rakishi ain't get on the live yet today. Rakishi, she funny as shit. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna pull up no article or nothing like that. But I heard that Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis's exhibition that's gonna be supposedly supposed to be going down in Atlanta, Georgia, things like that. I heard that the athletic commission in Georgia has yet to approve the exhibition. You know what I mean? And I find that to be very weird because, they came up with a venue, they came up with a date, they came up with a location. So I'm like, oh, just based off of that, I thought that they had everything squared away, but apparently they don't. And according to the commission's rulings that, an exhibition can't take place unless it's approved by the commission out there in Georgia. So that's very interesting. I think they're probably concerned that there's a serious weight gap between the two guys, as they should be. They don't have no business fighting each other in the fucking first place. So they should be very much concerned about the weight difference because you can't tell me that, that fight makes any type of logical sense when Tank, for one, Tank's team, for one, has come out and said that guys like Devin Haney are too big for him. Meanwhile, he's about to fight somebody in Jake Paul who's significantly bigger than Devin Haney. Me and Devin Haney, I said it on the record, are about the same fucking size when I met him at the 2300 arena. About the same fucking size, bro. We not nowhere near as big as somebody like Jake Paul. You talking about we big? That should just let you know. That should just let you know that this fight shouldn't be getting done at all. But you know, Tank is okay with being a hypocrite as long as he's getting the money that he's looking for. That's the current climate of boxing that we in right now. Who fighting in Beth, Mark? I'm here. Oh, Atifo Burlington at the Wind Creek. They weighed in today. They fighting tomorrow, brother. Atifo Burlington. Oh my God, the Eagles almost had an interception, bro. It's 4th and 10 now, still. Them Cowboys need to go ahead and punt that motherfucker. Yeah, man, it's at the Wind Creek Casino. It's a King's promotional card. You know what I mean? Marshall Kaufman. You know what I mean? So it's popping. It's lit. Damn, that shit bounced off his helmet, dickhead. You lucky they ain't in all that, John. Stupid. But yeah, it's gonna be. If y'all want to see Atifo Burlington, man, very, very talented light heavyweight contender in boxing right now. Go check it out. Go check it out. George says, "Would you like Shakur versus Teofimo? Who would you edge the fight to?" Hell yeah, I would like to see Shakur versus Teofimo. I don't know if I could call myself a boxing fan if I was against that fight. You know what I'm saying? And I seen like some reporters saying that like Tio and Shakur will be a snoozer and shit like that. See, them type motherfuckers right there, bro. That just lets you know that them type motherfuckers, they got hidden agendas, bro. That they hatred for a particular fighter just overshadows their ability to be a boxing fan. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Shit just crazy to me. But of course, I would love to see that fight, and I would give the edge to Shakur Stevenson. I think he's the more skilled fighter. I think that Teofimo Lopez heavily relies on his athleticism and like his God-given abilities, and I think that he lacks in certain areas that Shakur Stevenson could take advantage of, such as his mental. I think that Teofimo Lopez gets frustrated very easily. I think that he loses sight of his game plan very easily. He loses focus in the ring. And getting frustrated against, Shakur Stevenson would be the ultimate mistake. You know what I'm saying? It would be the ultimate mistake. And, Shakur would use that. He would use that to his advantage for somebody like Teofimo. And Teofimo would probably just be looking for one big shot like he did against, George Kambosos. You know what I mean? Just loading up on one big shot and just getting completely outclassed. Because somebody who is a defensive genius like Shakur Stevenson, they're going to make Tio miss and make him pay all day. I think Shakur just has too many good things going, in the fight with Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez, he's somebody who face breaks up very easily. You know what I mean? His face doesn't take up too well to punishment. He's not durable in that aspect. And with Shakur not being the biggest puncher, he's a sharp puncher, a.k.a. being an extremely accurate puncher. I could see him really swelling up Tio. Shakur Stevenson's hand speed as well. Counter punching ability will really bother Tio. I think Tio is just used to being a superior athlete. And so much so of a superior athlete that he doesn't need to rely on his skills to get the job done. I think with Shakur Stevenson, he's going to have no choice but to utilize his skills because his athleticism isn't going to be a factor in defeating Shakur. I think Shakur is just too seasoned of a fighter, too intelligent of a fighter to just fall victim to somebody's athleticism. I just don't see it happening. But just based off of Teal's mentality, I already think he'll beat fighter with somebody like Shakur because he done told y'all time and time again that he don't want to fight Shakur. He tried to list a multitude of reasons for it, bullshit reasons, to be honest with you. He never wants to admit the full truth. But the first time he said, because he has love for Jay Prince. So because you got love for Shakur's manager, you don't want to fight Shakur. If you got love for his manager, wouldn't you want to see him get a couple dollars off of Shakur for fighting you? I don't know. I don't really understand that. Then he went on to say that when Shakur loses, he has like these unaliving tendencies, like self-harming tendencies when he loses fights. Like he's not, mentally or emotionally stable. You know what I mean? I found that to be a bit ironic because, Rolly Romero came out publicly at one point in time and spoke about how, he helped you through times where you were attempting or at least thinking about unaliving yourself. So if anybody's going to be if anybody has those type of tendencies, it's you. You know what I mean? So I heard T.O. say that he's not going to fight Shakur on multiple occasions. So I don't know, man. I think a lot of people, they just fall for Teofimo Lopez's, games. Like he might have fooled me with like the Super L fight. He might have fooled me with the Devin Haney fight. But man, listen, he not gonna fool me with the Shakur Stevenson fight. You know what I'm saying? I refuse to believe anything that comes out of his mouth. He blatantly admits that he's a liar and he does it for promotional reasons, like just to keep his name relevant. I don't respect that at all. You can still be a marketable person without having to be a liar or a racist, in my opinion. You know what I mean? I don't believe that fight is going to happen whatsoever. I seen that Shakur was even hype about it. Hold on. I see why the NFL was trying to ban the tush push, dog, because they keep finding a way to get them first downs off that tush push, bro. Are they arguing or what? Nah, they not. They just being loud. What is a tush push? Is when like they get close to like a either the end zone or like close to the first down marker, and they get real close to the line and they literally push Jalen Hurts. They push Jalen Hurts from behind and push him past the first yard line. T.O. love being a duck agent. That's a fact. I mean, ain't no shame in his game. And like T.O. is so delusional that he believes in his head that he's doing like a genius business move that he's made. Bro, your own managers came out and said, bro, we don't know what the fuck wrong with him. He going through some like mental health episode or whatever the case is. So ain't nothing that we could really do, blah, blah, blah. Ooh. Shout out to Saquon. Shout out to Saquon, bro. AKA the booty push. I mean, tush is another name for booty, so I guess so. But they was trying to ban it because the Eagles had so much success with it and getting touchdowns and shit like that. If the Eagles could get another touchdown, man, damn. If they could get another touchdown, they could probably seal the deal with this right here. Terrence Smith, shout out to Terrence Smith. He been cooking the whole live. Shout out to him. He says he won't fight Devin Shakur, Russell Hitchens, Matthias Keyshawn, and etc. He might fight Tank for the check, and he will fight Ryan and even Rolly, but he don't want to fight an overall boxer. That's what it looked like, man. That's what it definitely looked like. And I knew that T.O. was on some bullshit when he fought Steve Claggett. I was like, bro, what the fuck is this? I remember when they first reported it, when they reported it initially, he said, oh man, I ain't got no opponent yet. You know what I mean? We just staying sharp. We in the gym, blah, blah, blah. So he pretty much was calling them a liar for making that report the whole time. That was your opponent. I think you didn't like the backlash you received for picking that opponent. And you turned around and fought the dude anyway. So it's like, bro, it's very, very hard to believe T.O. I think he's definitely full of shit. He has a lot of doubts. He's not sure of himself. That confidence is not real at all. And it shows whenever an elite level guy like himself steps to the plate and wants to fight him. He always finds a way out of the situation. But, you know, there's people like down low, knows T.O., be out here just justifying every move he made. And I seen his goofy ass on Claymore Rain live earlier. And here he go, talking about fighters from the 80s, fighters in the 90s, fighters from the 2000s. Like, bro, Clay over here trying to talk about shit. Clay over here trying to talk about shit that's currently going on in boxing. And here you go. Man. Michael Moore would have beat Anthony Joshua. Man, let me tell you something about the 8. Bro, don't nobody give a fuck about what you talking about, bro. Talk about what's currently relevant. Why the fuck you always gotta bring up history? Because you don't know shit about the present, nigga? Keep talking about what niggas did in the 80s and the 90s and all that, bro. Talk about what your punk-ass fighter's doing in the 2020s. And how he avoiding every type of notable opposition that's being thrown his way. Fuck is we talking about? Low blow T.O., yeah. Definitely. Low blows T.O. His own team is urging him, telling him you should take the fight. He's so scary when it comes to these elite guys. Yeah. He wants you to believe that it don't make sense for him to do it, but his own team is telling him, yo, it makes sense to do this. You're not going to get this deal anywhere else. This is the ultimate opportunity. And T.O. really a suck-ass nigga because let's say I'm T.O., right? And I genuinely don't believe that I could beat Shakur. $8 million? What he said before, $15 million? I don't give a fuck. Anything around that ballpark, nigga, I got a son. I got a son just like Tiafimo do. Me, Marcus Rosa, and there was $8 million to fight anybody walking this planet, bro. You better believe I'm gonna do that shit. So what I'm gonna come home with? If I do. Bro, these niggas, oh. Was that push real? I don't know. Like, they playing around, but they like physical. I don't know. That shit kind of weird. Yeah, Bob was clowning him. Bob Aaron was clowning T.O. like, bro, we don't know what the fuck this nigga doing. Like, we don't know what he doing. He tripping. Everybody say he tripping except T.O. T.O. in his mind, man, he know that he moving like a sucker too, but he'll never admit it. So like he'll try to spin it in a way to make it seem like, you know, it's a reason and time will tell. Bro, I'm telling you some good shit right now. $8 million, bro. Let's say they offer me a fight with Shakur. And I'm a top boxer like T.O. is. And I got a son just like T.O. And I know this fight right here, even if I come up short, is money that $8 million. $8 million payday. Shit. How much I'm going to come home with? After paying everybody and taxes and all that, I'll tell you right now. See, because you got to take, because they say like if you get $1 million check, you probably going to come home with $300,000. So what I did was 300,000 times 8. That's 2.4 million. You probably gonna take back. You know what I mean? Y'all might not think that's a lot of money, but shit, 2.4. Shit, I could buy the whole hood back with 2.4. I could give me a couple of I could give me a solid apartment complex. With some, if I partnered up with some people, I'll get some shit popping. I'll make some shit crack with 2.4. You need some curtains to peek through. No, I ain't even got no curtains. They see me looking at him. It is what it is. Yeah, $2.4 million, bro. Shit. And let's say it was 15 million that he was getting for Devin, because he said that price, not me. Let me see. Shit, 4.5, you tripping. You know what I mean? Cheesesteaks you get for 2. Smoochie, you be hungry as shit. What's wrong with you? Did you eat? Go lock in with your nigga and go get you something to eat, man. Why you out here hungry talking about food on niggas' channels, man? Smoochie be tripping. But anyways, for my son, I'll take that L. Cause you not getting no 8 million nowhere else, brother. Keep it 1,000. You not getting it with PBC. Matchroom not paying you that. Top Rank not paying you that. Golden Boy not paying you that. What the fuck is the problem? Where are you gonna get that at? You not getting that endorsements. You not no big star like that, brother. 2.4 mil shit. I'm getting my teeth fixed immediately. Bro, Derek, you get that shit done now. You slacking. You had some empanadas at the concert. What concert you was at? You said Rogers the second said it was 15. Yeah, but I'm saying like just because you get paid 15 don't mean you're gonna come home with 15. You know what I mean? I heard Mikey Garcia say it. Rolly Romero confirmed it on my channel. If you coming home with $1 million payday, probably gonna come home after taxes, paying everybody. Probably had like 300,000. So of course it's ballpark. We don't really know. Everybody's situation is different. But like if you take 300,000, you multiply by 15, you get 4.5 million. It's probably what you're gonna come home with. Leon Bridges. Wait, Leon Bridges is hold on, let me see. I think I know what you're talking about. Leon Bridges. I heard that name before. That's interesting. Shout out to Smoochie though. You went by yourself? Let me find out. Smoochie out here mingling. Trying to find her Mr. Right. Shout out to the boy Derek Moore in the building, by the way, man. I hope you feeling better, brother. I think that COVID done got him or something, man. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna say this, bro. I cannot stand that motherfucker CD Lamb, bro. I cannot stand him. Always dolo, damn. Smoochie, we need to have a conversation as to why you not married right now. There's no reason why you ain't married right now, why you ain't got no kids and none of that. That's concerning. You know what I mean? You know I'm a relationship guru, man. I could fix all your problems. Shout out to the 30 people that's in the building. Shout out to the 30 people that's in the building. Y'all go ahead and hit the likes, y'all. Y'all go ahead and hit the likes. When is the wedding? It's a good question. Oh, here come that motherfucking Puerto Rican with that slingshot. I'm gonna say this though. If I had a date in mind, I would not say it on YouTube. So there's that. Punk ass Puerto Rican nigga playing that bullshit ass music. Terrence Smith says Canelo and Bud undercard so weak. Canelo taking all of the budget, shaking my head. That sounds about right. That seems like that's what Canelo do all the time. He's like, man, how much bread is in this motherfucking budget? All right, I need all of it. Give Bud a little bit. I'm taking all of it. That's what happens, bro. He take all the bread and everybody at the bottom leave with crumbs. Damn, they just body slammed the shit out that cowboy. Sheesh. The defense is shutting the Cowboys down though. They didn't even make it past the 30-yard line. Yeah, they just need to seal this. There ain't that much time left. Let me see something. Do I think Shakur and T.O. will happen? I just spoke about that, y'all. Seriously, I don't know if you missed it, but I just don't trust. I don't trust T.O. at all. I don't. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't trust him at all. Man, I think I lost my parlay, man. Shit. Yeah, I lost this parlay. It is what it is. I never win, y'all. I never win. Anyways, there's $20 down the drain. Shakur need to stop chasing that dude and just pursue Roach. Hey, man, if that's the case, he need to hurry up and go. He need to hurry up and go solidify that fight with Roach, because for real, Roach seemed like he caught up in some things too. He in negotiations right now. You know, they try to offer him the Gabriel Flores fight, but it wasn't enough money according to, the rumors. And now they trying to lock in a fight between Roach and Pitbull in December. So I don't know, man. If Shakur need to, I know he wants. The thing about Shakur, and I feel bad about it, man. I feel bad for him. He's been trying to get these big names in the ring for a while now, but he's had terrible luck doing so. For whatever reasons, it may be that he's not getting these big fights. I see why he really, really wants that T.O. fight. He's putting that before everything else, because he knows if he beats T.O., it'll raise his stock. You know what I mean? I think he really wants that recognition as being like, the best fighter in the world. Beating T.O. would be a step in the right direction. But I don't know, man. I just wouldn't trust T.O. I wouldn't. But the thing is, if Shakur were to go and explore another fight, you already know what T.O. going to come out and say. Shakur ducked him. Shakur, he going to be like, oh, what happened? What happened, Shakur? Weren't you supposed to fight me? Why are you going to go fight Lamont? You were supposed to fight me. Smoochie said, why not Shakur and Devin? They the only two who won't duck each other. Well, Shakur Stevenson said it out his own mouth. He not fighting no Devin at 147. And Devin not coming down to 140. So I highly doubt that fight will ever happen. There's a lot of fights that slip from us, y'all. A lot. You know what I mean? I think people got too much pride, and you know what I mean? It's like these guys claim to be like these brave warriors or whatever the case is, and they willing to do whatever to face the best. But, at the same time, that's not always true. Because I heard Shakur say that he'll fight Conor Benn at 47, but he won't fight Devin at 47. So it's like I don't know, bro. Niggas just be picking and choosing. You know what I mean? When they with the smoke, I don't really get it, but it is what it is. What can I say? Yeah, he definitely would do it for Conor Ben. He should have never said that, even if he felt that way. You know what I mean? Because it do make him look like, you know what I mean? He's fearful of Dev or he's concerned about losing to Dev. You know what I mean? And then when I think like somebody had, proposed that question to him, he was like, yeah, so what? Yeah, so what? I'm like, nigga, what you mean, so what, nigga? He should fight Gary Antoine. You know Shakur ain't fighting no Gary Antoine, bro. Because he willing to fight T.O. at 40. Tito Mercado was talking about rumbling him. Tito Mercado was talking about rumbling him. He said, oh, come see me at 35. So, like, depending on who the opponent is, he'll if he feel like you easy work, he'll come to you. But if you know what I mean, if he don't feel like you worth it or it ain't so much easy work, then he'll try to make you come to him. You feel me? I don't know. I don't know. Andre said, I don't understand not fighting Dev at 47. Devin, no. I mean, obviously he brings something to the table if Shakur is not willing to face him there. I think that he's more concerned with the size advantage. You know what I mean? Because for one, Shakur doesn't know how he's gonna feel being at 147. He may be sluggish. You know what I mean? He may lose some things being up that high. Shakur, they say he makes 135 effortlessly. So, oh shit, they rumbling. They fighting for real, y'all. Oh shit. And that's why I don't really like being around people who get drunk. Niggas shirt off, ripped off and shit. Damn, I forgot about the live. He said, "What are you doing? This is embarrassing." Man, such a stupid ass up. You knew your homie couldn't handle his liquor before you took him over there. Now you embarrassed. Nigga, shut up. Anyways, it's super loud. Oh shit! Yo, he just pushed the girl to the ground. Bro, this nigga pushed her like how the way Dev pushed Lomachenko at the press conf at the weigh-in. Y'all remember that shit? Yo, he dead ass pushed this nigga like Dev did Loma. Oh my god, I think these Cowboys catching up, bro. Fuck. Hold on. Oh shit, this nigga just pulled a gun. Bro, that nigga literally pushed that bitch. She fell and got up and act like nothing happened. That nigga be beating that girl ass. He pushed her, she fell. Oh my god. Bro, these Cowboys getting me nervous. Um, Bro, he pushed that girl. She fell hard as shit. She got up like nothing happened. And she just went back in the bar. I'm like, oh yeah, he be beating her ass. She didn't even react. She wasn't shocked that she fell. None of that. There's a fight going on, a game live stream. Now we always see arguments out here, bro. But you'll never really see. I'm sorry, I keep opening and raising this window. But like, we don't really see like full out fights though. That'd be sometimes. Get it. Ah, bitch. Ooh, good one. Good stop. I think they're gonna go for it. Yeah, they going for it. Fuck. 4th and 3. 4th and 3. Shotgun play. I think that's what it's called. Shotgun play. Oh, they called a timeout. Bitch ass niggas. But he said, okay, nigga, you ain't gonna be spamming the channel. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. Like I feel bad for Shakur. I want to see him get like a big name on his resume so he could show out and prove how good he is. But he's been falling short, man. Of opportunities, not in terms of performances, but opportunities. I feel like the only way he's gonna get like a notable name is that he's gonna have to take a chance, move up and wait again. He's gonna have to do something. He's gonna have to sacrifice something. Like Shakur, like he wants these fights, but sometimes I feel like he's not willing to go the extra mile to get them fights. It's like he wants it, but he's not gonna really do too much to show that he wants it. Because I'm sure if he makes his weight at 47, he could probably get a Dev fight. But he said he's not willing to fight Dev at 47. But Conor Ben, he'll go up to 47. So that's letting me know that he's willing to go, that he's capable of going to welterweight, but he just chooses not to. Ooh, they lost it. Thank fucking God. Thank fucking God. I think this just what lost the Cowboys the game. I think this just lost Cowboys the game, y'all. They almost got that shit off. That was a great defensive play from the Eagles, bro. He gonna have to go to 140. Yeah, but what's the guarantee that he gonna get a big fight at 140? Ooh, CD Lamb fucked that one up, dickhead. He thought he had the catch. That pressure was on him though. Nope. Damn, that shit was in his hands too. I know he gonna regret that. But that was a bit overthrown from Dak Prescott. So, you know what I mean? Faye Brownie, what up? CD has a couple drops in a row. Yeah, that's surprising because CD usually be running them numbers up on the Eagles, man. Like he always seemed to have a good game whenever he go up against the Eagles. CD Lamb could play. He could definitely play. I don't fuck with the Cowboys, but I ain't gonna be hating on him neither. He should fight Gary Antoine Russell. That's a good fucking fight. But I don't know, man. Like Shakur don't really be speaking out too much on the Russells, and I want to know why. Why not? You're not getting the Tank fight. Something tells me that T.O. gonna throw it on you, and that opportunity ain't gonna be there. So who you gonna fight? You gonna end up trying to fight Floyd Schofield if you stay at 35. If he beat Raymond Mortaya, Tyra ain't gonna give you that opportunity with Raymond Mortaya because you ain't re-signed with them. So they damn sure ain't about to be giving you no belt opportunities. It ain't like you in the IBF rankings. You a champion. They don't need to unify with you. Who else? Fucking who's you got WBC, WBO. The WBO is what? Shit, I'm tripped. Damn, I'm fried. Abdullah Mason about to fight for that, John. He a top rank fighter. They not gonna give you that opportunity neither if he beat Sam Noakes. If Sam Noakes win, then maybe you could try to get a unification fight. But I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing. I don't know if that's possible. Wait, what? CD High School is like a quarter mile from Charlo Gym. That's what's up. Shout out to Houston. Man, we need the Eagles to close this out. We got a minute 45. Man, y'all should just try to run that clock out. Damn, but y'all passed the mid. Okay. Ooh, they just left a whole opening for you. Jalen Hurts has got that first down. That's beautiful. Let that clock run. Yeah. At this moment, his best chance is to fight Keyshawn for no belt at 140. Well, you must not understand what they've been saying for like the past year and some change. They not going to fight each other, bro. They not. You feel what I mean? Shakur, he's adamant about not facing Keyshawn. You know, Keyshawn has said on multiple occasions that he won't fight Shakur neither, that they family and, you know, they grew up with each other and, you know, all this shit, bro. You know what I mean? I think it's nutty in all honesty. Y'all ain't come from the same mother, so y'all need to stop calling each other brothers, man. I don't give a fuck how close y'all are or where y'all done went through. I feel like if y'all really love each other, man, like if y'all genuinely love each other and y'all want to see each other do good, then y'all should make money together. That's just me, though. You know what I mean? There's some people who, you know what I mean, don't want to cross certain lines and they feel like not all money, good money. You know, it is what it is. But you know what I mean? I just find it funny how they act like they not friendly with certain dudes, but they the most friendliest motherfuckers around here. And these motherfuckers be picking and choosing how close they is with certain people, because I remember Shakur Stevenson fought his ex-brother-in-law. This nigga was fucking Joette Gonzalez's sister, then went and fought the nigga after the fact. You know what I mean? That shit, if anybody's family, shit, he may have been family at one point in time. You fought him, then you fuck around and you fight Jamel Herring. You claim Jamel Herring was your friend. You fought him, but Keyshawn is where you draw the line. Well, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I mean, I don't really like that. These motherfuckers gonna do whatever they do. It is what it is. So the Eagles won. Beautiful. As long as the Eagles won, that's all I care. That's all I give a fuck about. So it's all good in the hood, brother. Bro got about 50 burner accounts on standby. Anonymous, you gotta hit me up in the DM later and tell me what you talking about, because I'm lost. Man, here they go playing Dreams and Nightmares, bro. God damn, that Dreams and Nightmares song played the fuck out and people stay playing it. God damn. Ralph said, Top Rank hoping for in-house unification. If Abdullah win, they hoping Raymond will beat Kid Austin if they make that fight, and then Abdullah and Mordecai unify. I would love to see that, actually. If Abdullah Mason beats Sam Noakes, right, which I believe he will, but let's say, like, hypothetically speaking, he does. Then he goes and he fights Raymond Mordecai and beats him. That'd be very impressive, especially for Abdullah Mason's age. If he were to get that off, that'd be pretty impressive, bro. Especially in back-to-back fights, that'd be cool. You know what I mean? But I keep hearing that Sam Noakes is dangerous. How strong he is, how powerful he is. I had a brother from the UK. Shout out to I didn't even get to shout this dude out. Shout out to Hashim Hassan. Came over from the UK, visited my gym a couple times, got some pointers from me. We did some pad work. You know what I mean? I was giving him, some advice on things he should work on to continue improving as a boxer. You know what I mean? He flew 7 hours out from the UK, man. Was in Philly in an Airbnb. He getting work with Dennis Thompson, with Jerron Anderson, them over there at Bosey's. He was working with Josephat Ortiz. Good prospect / contender coming up in Philadelphia right now from Reading, PA. Spart Salim Bey, who's the number one youth 132 pounder in the nation right now. Hashim Hassan is getting unbelievable sparring, showing a whole lot of courage, man, and he out here doing this thing. Yeah, bro. We were just chopping it up. I'm not gonna see him for a while because it's the last day that I'm gonna see him tomorrow. I think he said he going to some boxing event, and then he leaves Saturday. So today was my last day seeing him, but the fact that he came by and he showed love, it was dope. You know what I'm saying? And I'm wishing the best for him in his next, amateur competition at the end of this month. And then he says he has another one in March. Then he says he's turning pro with Denzel Bentley and them, this summer coming up. So shout out to Hashim Hassan. And I hope he does well. Yeah, he did a couple interviews with YSM. Jamil been helping him a lot too. Helping him out a lot too with like the sparring and stuff like that, and connecting him with some good gyms in the city. You feel me? It's been dope. I lost my parlay, but good to know that the Eagles. Good to know that the Eagles won. It was only $20. I'll be all right. But my losing streak with parlays continues, ladies and gentlemen. Super bad, John. But anyways, we got any last questions before I get up out of here, man? Do we have any last questions before I get up out of here, man? I just want to say that me and Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts, we all got the same barber, man. Shout out to Crafty Lou. You know what I'm saying? That boy done cut Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts, Cooper DeJohn, Conor McGregor. Come on, man. I got the best barber in the city, man. Shout out to Crafty Lou, the barber. Beautiful work. Just wanted to say that. That was a great competitive game, by the way. Pretty good, pretty good. All right, y'all. I guess that's the live for the day. Hold on. Said Floyd getting 400 mil for this fight. They act like they wouldn't take it. You sound like them niggas that was defending Tank when he took the Jake Paul fight. So I hope you trolling. Because how you know he getting 400 mil? Who told you that? You joking or what? Y'all let me know if you joking, brother. I can't tell. I see you got the Philadelphia Eagles profile pic, though, so is it raining in Philadelphia? Not no more. But it was real bad. Oh, you say, you know I am. Yeah, that motherfucker Carter is disrespectful, though, man. That's a disrespectful motherfucker, bro. What the fuck? Wait, so Carter spit on Dak first, or Dak? I seen Dak spit back on him. That's some weird shit, bro. Dak spit first. Oh, all right then. Fuck that nigga then. Disrespectful motherfucker. That's really what happened. Well, I'm glad he did it to him, and he did it in his face. See, Dak a turkey because he spit on him when niggas was in front of him. That nigga Carter went face to face with him and said, "Nigga, fuck is you talking about? Soft ass nigga." Fuck wrong with you? Bugging the fuck out. Yeah, he definitely a turkey. But I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody that came through and showed love as always. If y'all could go ahead and hit the like button on the way out, that'd be very much appreciated. You see what I'm saying? I hope you have a blessed, beautiful one. I'm gonna go catch up on some Z's. I got a long day ahead of me tomorrow. I'm gonna have my son as well. You already know my boy is a big ball of energy, so I gotta attend to him too. These niggas is weird, bro. Pack him, please. Anyways, I hope you have a blessed, beautiful one. I'm up out of here, man. Peace.